Well, in this day and age, if there's one thing that we all like to do, it's scroll on our phones. Whether we're browsing Instagram or checking our Facebook or checking through emails, we're always on our phones, and that's just the world we live in. But when it comes to our fitness, one thing we seem to neglect the most is stretching to increase our flexibility and decrease our risk of injury. So how can we combine one of the things we do the most with one of the things we do the least? Well, today I'm going to show you some stretches that you can do that keep you hands-free, so that you are free to scroll on your phone, but at the same time, you're taking care of your flexibility training. So let's get right to the stretches, starting with the upper body. Now, as far as our upper body goes, having tight chest and shoulders is going to encourage you to have a rounded posture, and this doesn't look good on anyone. So by taking time to stretch out our chest and shoulders, this will help you keep a naturally taller posture. So how do we do that while keeping things hands-free? Well, you got to find yourself a wall or a column or something vertical and stable. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your arm and you're gonna bend it to about 90 degrees, but we don't want our elbow up here at shoulder height. Keep it a little bit lower. You're going up to the side of that column or wall or whatever you're using. You're just gonna lean against it, puffing your chest up nice and tall and feeling that good stretch across your shoulder and across your chest. And while you're doing this, look at that. You can take out your phone and do all the scrolling that you please. Make sure that you switch sides though, that way you can even it out. For the next upper body stretch, can you even take your arms straight up above your head while keeping your shoulder blades pinned back together? If you can, it probably means you need to work on your flexibility to bring your arm up and above your head. So what you can do is you can find something up tall. You know, you can use a door frame. I'm 6'8", so I like to use something taller, something like this big old pipe up here. And from here, you just keep your arms straight and walk forward and lean into it and feel that stretch. You're gonna feel it across your chest as well, but it's also helping you increase your flexibility, your range of motion behind your head. And would you look at that? Hands-free, scrolly. For these next couple stretches, we're gonna take it down to the ground. We're gonna start off with the hip flexors. With all the sitting that we do, a lot of us suffer from having tight hip flexors, and having tight hip flexors is going to make it so that it's a lot harder to keep your chest up when doing things like squats. So we can stretch out that hip flexor in the traditional way, which is just naturally hands-free as we get down onto one leg for a lunge. This back leg, try to think about doing the splits, like the vertical splits with the back leg. Get it as far behind you as you can. Sit up tall from here, and then slightly lean into it. Tall and leaning forward. You're gonna feel that stretch across your hips. And would you look at that, you're once again hands-free. And after taking care of the hips, you can take it down to your bootay to do a quadricep stretch to take care of your thighs, which is going to help relieve tension off of your knee joint. So taking a leg behind you and setting it down, and then leaning back as far as you can while still keeping this knee on the ground. You are once again hands-free. And you know what? This is also what I call the Netflix and chill stretch. Because why are you sitting on the couch watching Netflix when you could just sit on the ground like this, take care of your knees, stretch out your quads, all while enjoying your shows at the same time? Or scrolling. This next one I've got for you is taking care of one of the most important muscle groups that we tend to neglect, primarily because the stretch is very, very uncomfortable, and that's stretching out our hamstrings back here. So the easiest way to do this hands-free, to leave you the ability to check your emails and scroll your Instagram or whatever you're doing, guys, find a stool, a bench, a something that you're gonna be able to get your leg up onto, and then start by trying to straighten that leg as much as you can. And then once you've gotten your leg straight, progress through this by trying to lean your torso forward slightly. It's quite uncomfortable, but you know what? It leaves you hands-free, gives you some time to just kind of sink into it, all while doing all the things you love to do on your phone. If there was any stretch you should probably do more of, it's this one. And now you have a good reason to. And another stretch that you're probably not doing enough, especially if you're doing things like running and you're suffering from shin splints, guys, we gotta take care of those calf muscles. Your calves are constantly contracting thousands of times a day with every single step that you take. They have to be taken care of. So how do we take care of it hands-free? You find yourself another pole, another column, something vertical, something sturdy. From there, you're gonna bring your foot, your heel, as close to that surface as you can while keeping your knee straight. That's the key thing here. Keep that knee locked out straight. And from here, stand up tall, and try to bring your hips over your heel. Lean in, hips over heel. Ooh, you're never gonna quite get there, but that's the motion you wanna do to stretch out those calves. And oh boy, does it feel oh so good. And while you're here, break out the phone and do as much scrolling as you please. Guys, flexibility is something that doesn't have to be neglected. Part of training tall is doing things that put you above the average, not just in height, but in everything that we do. We gotta be smart about this stuff. We know that flexibility is important, so we can knock it out by still doing the things that we tend to do the most, things like scrolling on your phone. So use these stretches throughout the day as many times as you can to help increase your flexibility, and it's only going to not only make you more flexible, but help you reduce the chance of getting injured during your workouts. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below. Do you have any personal favorite scrolling stretches that you like to do that are hands-free? I'd love to hear them down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And remember, if you're looking for a beginner's rowing workout program, 4 weeks of workouts specifically for beginners that are just new to the rowing machine, be sure to check out my new ebook, Row Your Fat Off, or visit trainingtall.net for more. Thanks so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.